Imagine this. You're 19, struggling through university, and you finally land a job that actually pays your bills. But there's a catch. Your boyfriend thinks you're one step away from being a stripper. Do you choose love or financial survival? Today, we're diving into a real dilemma that's tearing one young woman apart. And trust me, this isn't as simple as it seems. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll understand why this situation is about so much more than just a job. Welcome back, everyone. Today's story comes from a 19-year-old university student in the UK who's caught between her relationship and her career. She's been dating her 22-year-old boyfriend for 9 months, and for the last 3 months, she's been working as a shot girl at a popular nightclub. Now, for those who don't know, a shot girl's job is to walk around a club in attention-grabbing outfits, selling shots to club-goers, mostly men. It's not illegal, it's not immoral, but it does require a certain level of confidence and the ability to handle unwanted attention. Her boyfriend, he's not happy. In fact, when she first told him about the job, he compared it to stripping. And even though he claims he's gotten over it, he keeps making nasty comments that make her feel dirty and disloyal. Here's her real question. Should she keep the job and try to save the relationship, or should she quit to keep the peace? Let's break this down properly. First, let's look at things from her perspective, because I think a lot of people will rush to judge without understanding the reality of being a young student in today's economy. The financial reality. She's a first-year university student. If you've ever been a student, you know that finding decent paying work is incredibly difficult. Most jobs available to students are minimum wage positions at cafes, retail stores, or fast food chains. These jobs often pay barely enough to cover rent, let alone food, books, transportation, and other living expenses. This shot girl position, it pays significantly better. We're talking about the difference between scraping by and actually having some financial breathing room. For many students, especially those without family financial support, this isn't just about having extra spending money. It's about survival. The nature of the work. Now, let's be clear about what this job actually involves. She's selling shots. She's not dancing on poles. She's not taking off clothes. She's not doing anything sexual. Yes, she wears revealing outfits. That's part of the marketing strategy clubs use. Yes, drunk men might make comments or try to flirt, but that doesn't make the work inherently degrading. Thousands of women work in hospitality, promotional, and entertainment roles that require attractive presentation. Are we going to say all of those jobs are problematic? What about models, actresses, social media influencers? Her boundaries. She's been very clear with her boyfriend. She has no interest in any of the men at work. This is a professional arrangement. She goes in, does her job, makes her money, and goes home. She's not exchanging numbers. She's not going on dates. She's not being unfaithful in any way. Now, let's try to understand where her boyfriend is coming from, because dismissing his feelings entirely won't help anyone. Insecurity and social conditioning. Many men are raised with certain ideas about their partners, ideas about modesty, exclusivity, and what's acceptable behavior. When your girlfriend is wearing revealing clothes and interacting with drunk men in a nightclub environment, it can trigger deep insecurities. He might be imagining scenarios, men hitting on her, touching her, disrespecting her. He might worry about what his friends think. There's often social pressure on men about their partner's choices, especially in certain cultural or social circles. Communication breakdown. Here's the problem. Instead of processing his feelings maturely, he's making disparaging comments and making her feel dirty and disloyal. That's not healthy communication. That's emotional manipulation, whether intentional or not. If he genuinely had concerns, the mature approach would be to say, I'm struggling with this because of X, Y, Z. Can we talk about boundaries and find a solution together? Instead, he's using shame and guilt. The bigger question, is this really about the job or is it about control? Because if he trusted her and respected her autonomy, this would be a very different conversation. Let's dig deeper, because this situation reveals several important issues that go beyond just this one couple. Issue number 1. Financial independence versus relationship harmony. Should anyone have to choose between earning a decent living and keeping their partner happy? In a healthy relationship, both partners should want each other to thrive financially. If one person is asking the other to take a financial hit just to soothe their insecurities, that's a red flag. Issue number 2. Trust and respect. She's told him she's not interested in anyone at work. She's been faithful. She comes home to him. If he can't trust that, then the relationship has deeper problems than her job. Trust isn't about controlling what your partner does, it's about believing in their character and commitment. Issue number 3, body autonomy. This is crucial. Her body, her choice about what she wears and where she works. If she's not doing anything illegal or genuinely dangerous, her boyfriend doesn't get to dictate her professional choices based on his discomfort with her appearance. Issue number 4, the power dynamic. He's 22, she's 19. He's making her feel guilty about a legitimate job. There's an imbalance here. Is this setting a pattern for their future? Will she always have to run her decisions by him for approval? Issue number 5, practical solutions versus emotional manipulation. If he was genuinely concerned about her safety or the environment, there are constructive conversations to be had. Have you considered working at a different club with better security? Or would you be open to switching to a different role after this semester? Those are partnership discussions. Making her feel dirty is not. So what's my advice? Here's what I think she should consider. Step 1. Have one final serious conversation. She needs to sit down with him and lay everything on the table. Something like, I need this job for financial stability. I've been completely faithful to you, and I've set clear boundaries at work. Your comments are making me feel ashamed of honest work, and that's not fair. If you trust me and respect me, we can work through your discomfort together. But if you can't move past this, we need to acknowledge that we're incompatible right now. Step 2. Set clear boundaries. She should make it clear that disparaging comments stop immediately. If he can't be supportive or at least neutral, then he needs to recognize that he's damaging the relationship more than the job ever could. Step 3. Look for compromise, but don't sacrifice yourself. Maybe they can agree on a timeline. Perhaps she'll do this job until the end of the semester and then look for alternatives. But this should be her choice, not an ultimatum from him. Step 4. Recognize the red flags. If he continues to make her feel bad, becomes controlling, or issues ultimatums, she needs to seriously reconsider this relationship. At 19, she should be with someone who supports her growth, not someone who makes her feel guilty for surviving. Step 5. Remember her worth. Whether she stays in the job or not, she needs to remember that she's not doing anything wrong. Working as a shot girl doesn't make her dirty, disloyal, or less worthy of respect. Any partner who suggests otherwise isn't seeing her clearly. My personal take: if I were advising her directly, I'd say, keep the job, have the conversation. If he can't handle it maturely, you'll have your answer about whether this relationship serves your best interests. You're 19, in your first year of university, building your independence. Don't let anyone make you feel small for doing what you need to do. Here's the truth that nobody likes to hear. Sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes two people care about each other but want fundamentally different things. And sometimes the person you're with at 19 isn't the person you're meant to be with forever. This young woman deserves a partner who trusts her, respects her choices, and supports her financial independence. If her boyfriend can grow into that person, wonderful. If he can't, that's valuable information too. To everyone watching, relationships should add to your life, not force you to diminish yourself. Whether it's about a job, a dream, a friendship, or anything else, if someone truly loves you, they want you to flourish, not just to fit into their comfort zone. What do you think? Should she keep the job or quit to save the relationship? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's have a respectful discussion about this. And remember, there's no one right answer here. It depends on her values, her priorities, and what she can live with long term. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.